Alright YouTube, welcome back to another video today. I thought, why not make another video on another Godzilla topic? Well, basically Zilla, or New York's Godzilla, which I like to call it. Now, I don't know which Godzilla to pin against Zilla. I'm thinking we're gonna go with the most recent incarnation of him, which is the Legendary's Godzilla from the Monsterverse, with the Godzilla King of Monsters version of him. Now, I do want to say, Zilla has not gotten the respect he deserves, or both of them, there's two of them. They have not gotten the respect they deserve. They were killed off very easily in the 1998 movie. The female was, some missiles pretty much killed it, but I guess that was more reality-based. Then in the Godzilla Final War, Godzilla just finished it off with a tail slap and some atomic breath, which wasn't right. They were just trying to... I think, Toho was trying to get rid of the character as quick as possible so no one else sees the rights, because I think they own the rights to it now. That's just all I want to say. It's its own character, you know? New York doesn't have, its own monsters. All we really have is Zilla and Clover from Cloverfield, which I know is from a different dimension, but it was in New York. I don't really consider King Kong to be one from New York because he's from Skull Island, and I think he was made from... I think the Japanese made him. I don't know. But I want to kind of analyze this fight. Now, Zilla is very quick. I'm gonna say it does have a form of intelligence. Now, it had an easy time navigating Manhattan when being chased by helicopters. It kept up with the car when Nyctatopolis was trying to drive away after all the babies were killed. It has good instincts. It knew its babies were dead. It knew that the people who were running out of the building after it exploded were the ones that had something to do with it. So it is intelligent. I don't think it... Just seeing how it ran after them, because knowing they were in the building with its babies, proves it is intelligent. But a lot of animals will defend it. Crocodiles will defend their babies. I guess like that. But Zilla... I can't really base the intelligence off. I know it has a good sense of smell. It does primarily feed on fish. We have seen it because when they set up a trap for it, I think the first time in the movie, I can't remember, it's been so long since I've seen it, it was lured to fish. Now, the babies, I think, had the same sense where they just wanted to feed on fish, but I think Nyctatopolis and the crew were doused in fish at some point, so the babies went after them. But Zilla... I want to say durable, but it does have a lot of weak spots, which isn't good for a fight. I would say the back is heavily armored considering all the spikes and the way they look, how strong they look. The body, I would imagine, is a lot softer, but still pretty thick compared to a normal weapon, such as guns and things like that. Now for weapon-wise, it has its teeth, it has claws, it has its speed on its side for its weapons. I'm sure it could use its back spikes if it managed to get under Godzilla and, shifted him in the stomach or something. I don't know. It doesn't really have an atomic breath, though. I noticed in the animated series they had, where Godzilla became a good guy, in 1998 Godzilla became a good guy, and he joined Nyctatopolis and the crew, and they went on around the world fighting kaijus. But it depends, because the cartoon one, I think, was a male. So I could pretty imagine the male being a lot bigger and stronger as seen. It was bigger than the Brooklyn Bridge. It was walking past it. So I'm going to say the female is possibly not full grown. So we're going to go probably with the offspring of it. Now the offspring did have atomic breath. Had a green atomic breath, which shot out a lot faster than Godzilla's. It didn't have to, charge up for a second. It would just blow it straight out. Which I guess we're going to say it does have atomic breath in this scenario. The one from the movie kind of blew out a gust of wind and caused cars to explode. Maybe it did have a form of fire, I'm not sure. Yeah. Now, let's move on to Legendary's Godzilla, the Monsterverse one, if I'm saying it right. Now, that one, he is incredibly durable. He is way bigger than the 1998 movie Zilla. He does have his own atomic breath. He's strong. He killed the Mutos, which I don't think Zilla would have been able to do. Well, the female one. The male, on the other hand, probably. Yeah, but he has Godzilla. He's been shown in the movie, the recent one, to have a quick burst of speed when charging at Ghidorah, which could be useful. But I imagine something that big and heavy and bulky would eventually get tired of running that quickly and, going around like that. If it's pushing or, anything like that, I feel like he's good with pushing because he's just throwing his own weight against something, which I think is a pretty cool thing. But, yeah, he would be pretty powerful. I mean, he has a hell of an atomic breath. He is able to obtain power-ups via Mothra's, when she died, I didn't see the movie yet, she transferred some form of power for him, and he got a new form called Fire Godzilla, which was a temporary form, but he is accessible to power-ups, which is a good thing. So yeah, it depends, but we're going to count the power-ups. No, we're not, because he can't achieve that power-up again without the Mothra effect. But, overall, if I think these guys were fighting, I think it would be over territory. Now, Godzilla did claim his title as King of the Monsters, or Kaijus, whatever you want to call them. He claimed the title over all of them. Then Zilla, of course, Zilla doesn't think like that. I wouldn't compare him to other Kaijus where he knows he's being controlled. Like King Kong in the new iteration of him, he doesn't have that kind of brain. He's not understanding of the Ghidorah call or anything like that, so Zilla, I'd put into that category of more of just a wild animal, not an ancient kaiju like the rest of them are. He's recently new Zilla. Well, considering his age, not movie-wise. But, I think it would be an interesting matchup like that. Because Godzilla would probably see it, and Zilla would probably get territorial due to, obviously, New York was his territory, obviously. The Hudson River, areas around New York. Godzilla doesn't really live over there. I don't know. I feel like maybe if Godzilla wandered over into New York, Zilla would probably get defensive, go into a stance. Godzilla being the alpha would probably try to call him off, but Zilla probably wouldn't listen. Zilla would probably give him a limited amount of time. Zilla would charge at him. Godzilla would attempt to charge at him. Zilla would quickly dodge whatever moves he throws at him. Maybe Zilla would get hit with a tail swipe eventually. The atomic breath from Godzilla would probably be shot out, but if Zilla sees a flaming bolt of blue energy, I doubt he's going to stand there and just let it hit him. But, I don't, I can picture it being, obviously I think Godzilla would come out the victor due to his just broad size, his power. He has control over the other Titans, so possibly if he needed to, I don't think it'd be a battle for Zilla to claim over the Titan position. So I think he could call in the other Titans, such as Rodan, Behemoth, maybe I don't know the other ones. I know Mothra's dead now, but he could possibly call in other Titans to help him. And I imagine Zilla would get overwhelmed, and knowing Zilla to be more of an animal, I think he probably would flee away, or he'd fight until he dies, or maybe slip away at some point. We know the Zillas are capable of burrowing underground incredibly quick, which would probably be the ending of it. I don't think he would. Once Zilla realizes he can't take down Godzilla, he can't get him to leave his territory, he will either try to run away, or burrow away, or swim away. Whatever way he can get away, he'll get away, and avoid that kind of confrontation, and that's how I'm thinking of it. But above all, I think Godzilla would probably kill him. That's not fair. Maybe if we put him against, like, a weaker Godzilla from, like, when Godzilla first came out as Gorilla, or whatever you call it. I don't know. But, yeah. Or maybe they could possibly communicate. Now, this is another little scenario. I can imagine their roars are similar, but not the same, if you know what I mean. So, possibly they could communicate. I would believe, on some level, I feel like Godzilla would probably try to call him off by using his roar. Zilla would possibly recognize the roar and probably try to talk back. I don't know. This is all just me theorizing, but it could be a thing. Possibly they can mate, but I don't think they would, because I think they're two different species, obviously. That's probably a big thing. Just because they have similar roars, maybe they could communicate, but they're not capable of breeding, because Zilla was formed from a mutated iguana. Godzilla, I think in the Monsterverse, was just a prehistoric species of kaiju. He was never a dinosaur or anything, but I think in the original Godzilla movies, he was confirmed to be a mutated dinosaur, which is far apart from an iguana, and a kaiju's far apart from it, so I don't see them breeding, but knowing that kaijus like this, they have good regeneration, they have all kinds of crazy abilities, maybe possibly they could breed, I don't know. It'd be the closest thing Godzilla has to a relative, because I don't think we have that many reptilian kaijus out there in the Monsterverse at the moment. We did have Ghidorah, we did have Godzilla himself, we did have Rodan, which is a pterosaur, basically. But Zilla is not in that universe, so, I mean, I don't know. It's a good idea. If you guys have any comments on it, leave a comment. I was thinking of doing Godzilla versus Clover or Zilla versus Clover, which I thought would be a good idea. So if you guys like this video, click like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later, and bye.